This is the part B of truck testing. So despite this kind of a terrifying issue like this, it explodes throughout the slithereens when I was trying to do for Holland for this time back in this same part of this video, because it's absolutely quite a various annoying for something like this because I just passed legally in the toll. So looks like it won't be absolutely gonna be satisfied or just trying to get necessary or something. So looks like I'm just gonna be heading out right there to Bakefield. So it is about time to let's get Holland once again. So this is the part B for this time. And let's turn on the engine and switch into manual transmission. So it won't be satisfied for this time. But looks like we're gonna be getting to find out for this time. So it won't be absolutely quite a various necessary for something like else. And let's try to get Holland for this time. And let's get right here to the deserts. At least I just gonna be passing by for the stop signs as well. We won't able to get for waste some times. So let's get right here to on time for this moment. It will be absolutely necessary. And it's got to be using for an onboard view with the Kenworth W900. Okay, let's get right up here. Since we leave El Angels, let's get right into the top spot, as well as we're going to be accelerating a little bit for just something a little bit slow, as we're redlining too much as well. So it won't be able to despite this one. So absolutely it contains for extreme lag as well during for the onboard for just going for towards for an open world session for this time. This game is never updated and this game is not supported by itself. Moving on to truck testing remastered as well, and will not using for a Freightliner, just requires for a luxury pass for just something like else. So heading towards for 85 miles an hour until we're going to be arriving on time for this, and looks like we're heading towards to Bakefield. Again, it's got to be very long for this time. It's got to be extremely long until I just speed myself for over 100 miles an hour until we're going to be getting throughout for this onboard view in the Kenworth W900 as well. So looks like it won't be able to despite like this one. It's absolutely pretty loud as well. It cannot absolutely try to do as well because due to some distractions like Black Dog or something, because she'll be having for a great mental breakdown soon. So I'm not talking about this strategy, so we're almost there to the desert as well. So if I just move out into the Peterbilt, I think this absolutely look like Kenworth, and just move outside of the truck. And looks like we just have been arrived for this situation. And it's gladly moment as this one, such as this, as we're nearby in the desert. And we just look at this one. There must be the warehouse, as we're not going to be deliver everything as whatsoever. So looks like we're not able to save some fuel. It's always been here for using kind of just using for an infinity fuel. So looks like we just entered throughout the desert. So looks like we're going to be trying to find out. And this is the cash thief lane. For just going to be doing for the easy pass for just trying to do like this. I'm just trying to use for some cash, and I don't like Asian references for something like else. Once we're good to go, so let's head it out for our first couple of steps in the desert as well. So let's drive around in the desert. It's got to be something a little bit long, or it's got to be very far whatsoever in the New Mexico as well. So these textures are just, despite seeing this, such as not Cookie Run as well. So it looks like kinds of Plants vs. Zombies reference. I think this desert is absolutely kind of just not much as well. So I'm just going to be despiting using for 70 miles an hour. So it won't be overheating for my engine for this time. So it cannot able to despite seeing this. So it's absolutely going to get back here into the South Asians. I don't like this. So this must be gotta be very long whatsoever. So it should be gonna be life is an highway for just gonna be for a tall super highway driving throughout the desert as we come throughout for the Bakefield as well, hitting throughout for 100 miles an hour. So it's gonna be so feeling a little bit something like kind of stressful for this time. using for 8th gear, so I'm just gonna be staying for 110 miles per hour, just like the top speed of the J3A streamlined train, just like a New York Central for 20th Century Limited for this time. So looks like it's gonna be trying to hit for 111 miles per hour as well. So looks like I'm gonna be staying somewhere left, and I think it should be gonna be still pretty far so much, and it's got to be extreme lag for so much. There is another toll ahead of us, so looks like I just accidentally speed right over here, so looks like we're gonna be passed on to our next way. So there must be the nearby warehouse and the gas station as well, so looks like I'm gonna be despite to slow down back to neutral as well. So I'm just gonna be checking for just gonna be trying to do this for our first time. And looks like it's not gonna be first time doing a desert drive in truck testing as well. So let's see, have any cash. And looks like it won't be absolutely trying to get up for this absolutely as well. So we're not gonna be late for this one. So it does not able to get for late for something. So we're clear to go. So it's absolutely gonna be getting away from this up there, as we're not going to be trying to get up here. So looks like we're at the interstate, back at the interstate as well. So I just feel something a little bit, some kind of stressful going on here. So it's a bit far for this one, and looks like we're going to be speeding up to right on time to Bakefield. So looks like if I'm going to be arriving at the Bakefield for this time, so maybe I'm not sure I'm going to be arrive on time until I absolutely going to be trying to do, as anyways for over 85 miles an hour that I just speeded, so because it's forbidden for, just like I said, because I just gotta be not able to leave Roblox for this time. So looks like I won't able to get back on space. It should be not able to try it out until this is why I just tried to do for some kind of just going on time for this well, so I might gaining able to pull over. I think I'm able to gain for some bounties, I guess. So it won't be on in order to this time. So it's got to be unridiculous for something like else. This is absolutely kind of just a very stress hard, because I just speed myself out for this time. So I'm just absolutely gonna be getting on time before it's night time. It's absolutely gonna be very necessary at all. So we're just absolutely a few miles away from El Angel. So looks like we're just trying to get for the Bakefield, as we're gonna get to ourselves throughout the time. So we're still in the desert, by the way, so it's just like in the United States. So despite seeing those cactus and other kinds of stuff, or just rocks like an MLP, or just kind of just like Cookie Run or stuff, and not despite for these something, and I just gotta be went over 200 miles per hour for this time. It's got to be hitting for over it for just already 200 miles per hour, until we're just going to be going turn left for this time. There must be another desert for this time, so looks like I'm going to be trying to slow down as possible in order to make it so for just right, for really on time for this. So looks like this should be able to get for a cooldown. So it's not about time for this one, so it's got to be pretty far, because this game is no longer supported. So the Bakefield is going to be on your right. So that was absolutely kind of higher lag for outage for put out for some other time. So looks like in the end of the desert, it should be might able to get far as we could. Possibly that we're going to be hitting throughout for 200 miles per hour until we get right on time to the sunset, as we get on time at really night away. Currently, it was evening. There must be a toll right over there, so we should be gonna be for a quick stop right over here. So it should be might able to try to get away from this one. So it's absolutely gonna be checked for this time, and cash right over here. So it won't be absolutely gonna be necessary, as we're good to go for anyways. So let's get on to right on time, and let's speed up here and haul into our speeds over here. So I'm not going to get off time for this. Maybe it should be the end of this video for this time. So it's got to be very quick whatsoever. It's got to be something just a little bit quick for something like else. It's absolutely quite a bit for just an evening. It's absolutely might very forgettable about this. It's absolutely quite too far, I guess. So it's not going to be too much. It won't be absolutely necessary at all. We're almost there to Bakefield, as we're gonna be doing something a little bit slow. It's kind of just really hard to do this. I think it's time to get around here to 200-mile-per-hour run. And I can see the city right over there, just right and far in the front. It looks like I'm in the onboard view inside the Kenworth W900 as well. So looks like I just gotta be hitting throughout for 200 miles an hour. So it does not seems to be okay. It's absolutely quite a very stressful lane for this time. So looks like I just gotta be speeding throughout this, because I might able to get pulled over for speeding too much, because I'm going to get right on time that we're absolutely going to be getting on the evening. So in the evening start, it should be able to get right here onto this night. I think I just going to be went over through ourselves to get for the 9th gear. So it's absolutely hit throughout for 150 miles an hour. So it's absolutely getting close to the city, I guess. This is the city of Bakefield. Should be coming right up, straight up here. So this is where I begin the video for a realistic trucking, by the way. So it must be absolutely quite for a various great idea. So looks like I'm going to be slowed down against speeding right there. So let's get right here to the parking school. So welcome to Bakefield, I guess. So this is the Bakefield that we just absolutely tried to do. So I guess I just hopefully ran into a red light. The Kenworth dealership is gonna be right over here. So before we're gonna be end of this video, it should be gonna be right over here, right on time before we end of this video. This is absolutely gonna be really far whatsoever. So I'm just gonna be going for a shortcut until we went into the Kenworth dealership instantly for this time. So it looks like I just absolutely went for on time, and it's got to be something like some other dirty driving. I just went to do for a dirty drive and get up here for this time. Once I'm going to be despawning for my truck, maybe that's the end of this video for right now for a part B. The part A is unavailable for this time. So thanks for watching. If you like for today's video in Truckin' Tuesday, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell, as even possibly that I did before I despawned this truck, Kenworth W900. So thanks for watching, and this is Turbo Concept signing off. And I just absolutely despawning for my truck right now as well. And I'm gonna be see you in the next Tuesday.